Ajay, welcome.
Welcome. Namaste.
Yes, I'm happy to see you.
Mr.
Good.
Yes, sir, me too.
Uh, Today, let us pose to ourselves as to how we can absorb the applied values of the pure values of Vedic mathematics. And my experience tells me
Okay.
that human body, earth, and sun are three open books of Vedic mathematics. In fact, these are the encyclopedia of Vedic mathematics, science, and technology. Anyway, the scripture wise, we can have a choice of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I approach, I appreciate, I enjoy this text as a book of Vedic mathematics. This book is designated as Vedanta Trai, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, a sense of Vedas is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Once we take Gita as a sense of Vedas, that means all what Vedas imply, convey, is not only a theoretical model but a practical setup. Therefore, the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita be approached essentially as the applied values of Vedic mathematics. Now, the Gita is a written scripture. Therefore, one thing which we have to keep in mind is that Vedic mathematics has reached us as a speaking language. Therefore, when we shall be visiting this text or these values, then we have to keep in mind that it is here all what is in a speaking language, and so grammar has its overshadow. However, when we will be through this text, means when we'll be through the knowledge being conveyed as Gita, then immediately we will see that it is talking about Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga. Now, Sankhya Yoga can be interpreted for the present or initial appreciation as numbers, and Karma Yoga may be taken as geometric formats. Therefore, the choice is to be of a complementary setup of numbers and the bodies. How numbers and bodies are to be handled simultaneously is the mathematics, is the model, is the Vedic mathematics, is this text, and this is how we have to approach it. So we have to see that Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga, the word used is Nishtha, is a full faith. Sankhya Nishtha, full faith in numbers. Yoga Nishtha, full faith in geometry. So we have to have a full faith in this organization as the organization of the values of the numbers. And likewise, it is a parallel organization of the geometric formats. Therefore, the whole difficulty stands dissolved of its own as numbers and the geometric setups or bodies are the best mathematical tools. Therefore, we can say that Vedic mathematics or mathematics of Gita is the mathematics of parallel approach in terms of values of numbers and dimensional frames. Bodies as geometric bodies are the dimensional bodies. Numbers are the values. There are some artifices, something which is binding the numbers 1 and 2, how these are distinct. That distinguishing feature is being defined as an artifice. Artifice means that makes in terms of which we make it, or a binding thread. So one has a one binding thread, one flow line. Two has a pair of binding lines, a pair of flow lines. But the dimensional frames are, we know, as the number of dimensions. So essentially, we have to see what is the intimate connection between the artifices of numbers and the dimensional frames of the dimensions. Therefore, when we start now compiling our Gita mathematics dictionary, then at each stage, our initial focus shall be upon the numbers. And then, in terms of the inner evidence, inner values, and inner message of this text, we will be reaching from numbers to the dimensional frames and from there to the dimensional bodies. Now, text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Once we are compiling a dictionary, we see it is a text of 18 chapters. So for us, value 18 is important. Why 18? Why not in 17 or 19? The choice of value 18 for exhaustive coverage is to be focused. We cannot just run away out of it. We can't have a wild projections. We have to be definite that value 18 is being used by this organization. Now, how to approach value 18? One way will be to write numbers 1 to 18. The other way will be to visit sequentially and see how many factors these make. And 1 to 18 will make 33 factors. Now, how is it that the values range 1 to 18 is having internal organization as of a range 1 to 33? So, numbers 1 to 18 in fact get extended up till 33. Now see, what is 33? 33 is 18 plus 15. When we will go further, that word prakriti means the nature, and word pratyay. Now, Vyakaran, grammar, is having prakriti and pratyay. And prakriti take us to TC value 18 and pratyay take us to TC value 15. Now see how to connect 18 and 15, how 15 is inherently dormant. It is lively, but it is not lively. That means while we will be appreciating these numbers values, then one additional caution which shall be in our mind is that these values, number value 18, is also to be taken as 1 to 18. And secondly, this 1 to 18 will take us to the factors 1 to 33. Now, how C, number 18, is having exhaustive reach from 1 to 18. All the steps of reach, beginning with the 1, reaching up till 18, are inherently embedded in 18. So 18 is a box, 18 is a set, 18 is a cardinality. Now this set, this box, this cardinality, these entities are 18. Now these 18 are distinct, and still 1 to 18, all are there within 18. So what is within 18? All 1 to 18. And what is within 18? 1 to 33. Therefore, the number 18, when we will see in terms of hypercubes, it will be 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 18. That means hypercube of 5 is automatically marking its presence here in this organization. That means 5 space is the geometric format along which this organization is unfolding itself. So see how we have to sequentially reach at that, and then many features will follow sequentially, and these are to be organized, and these are to be comprehended in a sequential setup. And one feature will be 18 gets divided into 9 plus 9. Now, chapters 1 to 9 are having 372 shlokas, while chapters 10 to 18 are having 328. See, 350 plus 22 is the value of chapters 1 to 9 shlokas, and value 350 minus 22 is the reach of chapters 10 to 18. Now, what is this 22? This 22 is 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. It is hypercube 6. So, this hypercube 5 format is the format which has a 6 space as an origin. Therefore, this entire organization will be taking us 5 as a domain to 6 as an origin. Like that, the organization of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita deserves to be appreciated, taking it that each and every organization feature is a specific choice of Vedic mathematics. Each and every organization feature of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is specific choice of Vedic mathematics. So what is Vedic mathematics? It is a collection of the features of the organization of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. When we will begin, say, it is designated as a divine dialogue. Means Lord Krishna, incarnation of Lord Vishnu during Dwapar Yuga, is unfolding itself fully for us. So, how 6 space during Dwapar Yuga is to provide the values. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a scripture of values of 6 space when it will be approached in the background of a Dwapar Yuga. So the word Dwapar is to be seen. So each and every word will take us to distinct letters, and those letters are there as organized as Devanagari alphabet. So we have to begin with Devanagari alphabet, and the letters with their placements in Devanagari alphabet will carry forward along with them when these letters will be taken up to compose the words. So these letters will carry along with them what? They will carry along with them their placement values and their other organization features. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, like all Vedic scriptures, are adopting the organization of a Devanagari alphabet format. We have to begin with Devanagari alphabet, and then we have to sequentially chase every word: Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun, Krishna, Shri Bhagwan. Every word: Vach, Shlok, Pushpika. Every word: Gyan, Karam, Akaram, Vikaram. Every word: Brahm, Prakriti, Jeev. Every word: Sharir, Tan, Deh. So these words are Vedic mathematics formulations. So once we will be making a dictionary, then first caution which we have to take is that we have not to replace any word with its any synonym. The most difficulty of the interpretations reaching us is that at each step, everybody, as per his own philosophy and comprehension, replaces the word with the synonyms, and then everything changes. We, as students of Vedic mathematics, have no option but to accept the word as it is, the shloka as it is, and all that. So each chapter, when is said to be a discipline of yoga, Arjun, Vishad, Yog, it will take us to only 55. When we'll reach Sankhya Yoga, it will take us to only 31. Everything is mathematically choiced, tailored. Now, chapter 1 is having 47 shlokas, and chapter 2 is having 72 shlokas, and the gap value is 25. Like that, all gap values will become the mathematics. That is the text of Vedic mathematics. Ganita Sutras text is of 283 letters. Now, when we organize a line along a circumference, it adds one more point, that's all. So these gap values come to be 284. So let us start afresh. The preconceptions are not to be permitted to prejudice us. This is all what I have to say. And let us begin in this background. All right, speak out something.
How one should start with which text?
Take the text.
You said that every word.
Take the
Which
text.
text?
Start with one.
Which text?
Gita. Gita.
Gita. Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad
Vedic
Gita.
sutras, Vedic.
700 shlokas.
No, Ganita Sutras.
These 700 shlokas.
So how to approach them?
Like that. Why chapter 1? Why up till chapter 18? Why chapter 1 is 47 shlokas? Why last chapter is 78? So everything, why? Why it is organized
But
like
you
this?
Every word has a number formulation.
Number
to do
formulation also. How to reach it?
You said each.
Say Dhritarashtra. Word is Dhritarashtra. The word is
How to
Sanjay.
reach the number?
Yes. First we reach a number. It will be 34. It is equal to hypercube 9.
How
Then
we know
Sanjay,
that is 34?
How?
How we know the value is 34?
Count it. Dha is this, Re is this, sequentially as the letters are used. Word creation. It says Ka, it says Re, it says Sha, it says Ana, it says it becomes 19.
So every letter has a number in it.
Because of an
every letter has a number
that is called transcendental code values. Every letter has a placement in a Devanagari alphabet. And that placement is a value.
1 to 50 values.
Yes.
And you said hypercubes.
We'll make it, we will reach it. How we'll reach at hypercubes? We will see how we require a dimension, we require a boundary, we require a domain, we require an origin. We require 4 things. The way we are looking at cube at present, and the way Vedic mathematics looks at cube is, it has one space as axis, linear axis. It has surfaces as boundary. It has a solid space as a domain. And the origin they are ignoring, but it is a 4 space. How it is 4 space? We have to reach at that. We have to appreciate it, the dual status of the center of a cube. Center of a cube is a point of a cube. But at the same time, it is unique. It is equidistant from all the corner points. And this is a point where the innermost corner points of 8 subcubes have a seat. So all 8 subcubes of a cube have placements for their innermost corner points of 8 subcubes at the center itself. So center, center becomes a
5 space body. So following this, 5 space will have 6 space as its origin.
Naturally,
6 space body
naturally, like that we will reach it. We will
so how many hypercubes are there?
See, as we want to be parallel with the organization of a Gita, that means we want to be parallel with Krishna, Lord Vishnu, a 6-space Lord. So hypercube 6 becomes the basic format. Then how hypercube 6 will sequentially take us up till hypercube 9. That also is written here in it.
So is there no hypercube 10?
There are, but for that, we have to go to different states of consciousness. We want something to be seen through eyes. We want something to be seen through the subtle body, the subjects or objects of senses. We want to reach a step ahead when it is called a causal body. Then we have to reach ahead when it will be Turiya and Turiyati. These are there. But as far as Srimad Bhagavad Gita is concerned, it is availing 6-space format, hypercube 6. If we will appreciate how we here in physical world of a 3-space sequentially comprehend 4-space, 5-space, and 6-space, then we will learn the method how to read from 6 to 7, 8, 9, and then 10 and all that. So the start with
is it?
It is again written in it. It is a mathematics, it is a process. This is all what Gita is.
But how to experience it?
This is all what Gita is. This is all what the Gita is. We have to see.
Oh, so method to reach higher state.
It is also in the Gita itself. It
So
is the
we can reach
Gita.
the subtle body.
Yes, it will take from mundane to subtle to causal to turiya to turiyati to God state to Brahmi state and all that. This is all what Gita is. Why
So
these
we
18 yogas are there? From Sankhya yoga to Karma yoga to Gyan Karma yoga to Gyan Sannyas yoga to Atam yoga to Akshay Brahm yoga. We will sequentially reach it. This is all what this.
so how much time will be it required to the final stage?
Oh, it all depends. It all depends. The sanskaras and many things will see to it. These questions will be answered by the Gita itself. These questions,
You have sir, created so many playlists. So how to start with your channel? You have created so many playlists in your YouTube channel.
hmm,
So from which playlist what to
no,
start?
when we will interact, no, sequentially as let us compile our Gita mathematics dictionary. Let us start compiling Gita mathematics dictionary. The first rule is that each word be taken as a mathematical formulation. This word is having a specific number with it, a sequence of numbers in it. And parallel to those numbers, there are geometric formats. And parallel to that are the states in the human body. Parallel to that is the organization of our solar universe. So all things are being taken up here.
So what
You
should
have
be
to
the
be
first step? Now what
start
what
chapter
should we
1.
do?
We'll start with chapter 1. We'll start with chapter 1. We'll
And
start with shloka 1 of chapter 1. We'll start with first word of the shloka 1 of chapter 1. We must jump.
make
It's my, no hurry. No hurry. We will reach. But we can reach only like that.
each word we will formulate each and every word.
Naturally, whatever, how many words
Like
have been
first,
used. You see, how this mathematics is availing certain formulations, certain sequences, certain formats, certain steps, and all that. If when we will be through it, we'll see we are through ourselves. This is the Purusha. This is, you see, when we'll reach the Purusha state, this is all what the Krishna is. He will become Purushottam. But
so what is Vishwarup Darshan that
Vishwarup
Arjun
Darshan
saw in home?
is Vishwarup Darshan is what you see through Divya Chakshu, not through Subchakshu. What are the Divya Chakshu? What are the Gyan Chakshu? These are the phases and stages of this knowledge. And for it, we have to be sequentially through, like Arjuna. The situation in which Arjuna was confronted means we are being confronted. And from that confrontation, we are having an answers here in the Gita. So Gita is the answers for all what stands comprehended, confronted by Arjuna. And we will proceed like that. But we have to proceed sequentially.
So, but if one don't know Hindi, complete not write Hindi, how should he do
He
that?
should try. He should acquaint oneself with the alphabet letters. At least he can associate the numbers.
No, but every word is hard to write.
No, what are
Like
there
this.
are how many are the words? Only 50. Letter it says your Bangla alphabet. You
So
have a
like
Bangla.
like
You have a Bangla
Like-
alphabet. Right. But script wise you change
no,
it. Script wise you convert it. This you have
yes,
to learn.
that step it hard.
Eh?
That I have to learn.
That is to be. That is the first step
Make-
to be learned. That is the first step to be learned if we want to follow Gita as a speaking mathematics. Otherwise, the second alternative is go by Vyakaran, by grammar. That is a much difficult and very different thing.
one has to learn that.
That will be many sequences to be done. So if we want to have the easiest method, it is to know the Devanagari script of the letters, their placements in the alphabet, and the values attached with those placements. And then from there, we will reach at the numbers for the words, and from there we'll reach at the metric formats, and then we will have organization. How things are coordinated, how these are organized, how these are happening, and all that, as per Gita.
So there should be a guide.
There shall be.
We should have a guide teacher who can guide.
No, this is all. What else could be the guide? This is the guide. You know the alphabet, you know the letters, you know the sequence, you know the numbers, and you each things what are being said. Let us interpret it sequentially. Let us interpret.
So 1 to 18 letters. After that, one covers the whole.
Automatically, it will follow of its own. It will emerge of its own because it is about our body. It is the way our mind works, it is the way our consciousness works, it is the way our senses work, it is the way the limitations of senses are, the way of the, and all that.
So where does the modern mathematics limit itself?
Modern mathematics is limited when you will understand it, that hypercircles 1 to 7 increase, 8 onwards don't increase. Why? They are not solving. So chapter 7, when you will reach at chapter 7, 7 questions will be raised. This is the limitation of linear logic. Without that, we have to go with spatial logic. Chapter 8 answers all those 7 questions.
You said Lord Vishnu is the deity of 6 space.
Yes, this is what. See, Gita is written by a Vyas. Now, this book is written as an essence of all the Vedic literature. So, background of Vedic literature, we have to accept it. We have to accept it.
Who is the deity of 5 space and 4 space?
Shiva. 4 space is Brahma. 5 space is Shiva. 6 space is Vishnu.
And the 4 space at the center, it is 5 space origin. That means there is in center of Brahma.
Yes, this all these things are interconnected. Then it would be told how within the cavity of the heart of ours, there is a seat of a Lord Shiva, a transcendental Lord. So we meditate within our heart to get the transcendental reach, transformation, and all that. But for that,
I have seen your interview with Vishwamitra, who created the parallel universe. How did it do that?
For that, this is what I'm saying. There are a large number of steps. But you see, there are a large number of steps. Now, we have to understand how to transit from interval to a square, from length to area. What we know? We don't know. We don't know the difference between length and area. We simply say x-axis, y-axis. So it becomes 2 lines. So area is not 2 lines. Surface is not pair of lines. So we have to understand it. What is the difference between a length, an area, and a volume? And we have to appreciate it. Where is the hypervolumes and all that? And we have reached up to 6. So we have to sequentially reach it. We will be through it. We'll take some sessions. And we have to be through it. And once we will be through it, something will come. Perhaps we may succeed.
My question now is, you have created your channel, YouTube channel.
True.
So how YouTube channel you have created?
Yes.
So from where we should start? You have created so many playlists.
You see, I have gone not in this sequence. I'm not gone in sequence. Not gone in this sequence. I had my own sequence. My aim has been to dig out Vedic mathematics as it is there embedded in the available literature and the form in which it is available. The form available is a speaking language. And modern mathematics doesn't talk of
Right.
in terms of speaking language. So from speaking language, I could dig out after all these efforts that we must have the numbers, we have the bodies, and then we have interconnection with them, and then we have sequential arrangement of them, and then we have the way these dissolve, these many remanifest, these transit, these transform. Many things are there. For that, what I'm saying to you is, after going through you all what you conveyed about yourself, let us be through Gita itself, taking it to be. It is a book, and then each time question comes, we will start sorting it. We
In the
shall
next session, what should we do?
all what we have now talked. You
In
think
next
over
session.
it. You think over it, and then we'll start with Gita chapter 1. I will start with some features. We'll say why there are 4 participants only, why chapters are 18, why 1 to 9 and 10 to 11 have been organized, why there are arrangements of 47 shlokas for first chapter and 6 as well. Like that, everything. Every organization feature of this text is mathematics. All answers will be there. All these queries will be there and should be there. And all these will be answered.
So do we have all the scriptures you said?
Yes.
Gita is the essence of all the Vedic literature.
Gita,
So do we have all the
see,
literature
from
now?
Vedas, we reach at Upanishads. From Upanishads, we reach at Brahma Sutra. From Brahma Sutra, we reach at Gita. This is the sequence of scintilling, precising, concising, making more and more the essential gem out of it. Gita.
Modern mathematics.
Modern mathematics. You see, when we'll come to how Corona is being difficult to comprehend, what bodies and antibody system and all that is. If we want to learn, we want to change, then we'll see the difference between the family of Lord Shiva and the family of Vishnu. Anyway, but these are these are reaching it, running away. No, we have to start slowly, sequentially, step by step, and we'll reach it.
Should we have any prayer before class?
All prayer is this when we are approaching ourselves, when we are understanding ourselves, this is prayer. This is prayer. When we'll say how our mind will work, when we'll see our senses will work, when we'll see how our knowledge will grow, when we'll say our seeing capacity, drishti will transform. When we go through all this is prayer. This is prayer.
So what are the Ganita Sutras? Ganita Sutras.
Ganita Sutras or the Sutras. Sutras means binding, threads. These are 16 steps in which things are, say, one more than before. Go line one by one. Second is all from 9 and last from 10. How to have all from 9 and last from, when all are from 9, how last can be from 10? You have to think. And this thinking will be, if you have 10 points, we have 9 gaps. So if you will be going by length, it will be covered in 9 steps. And when we will be seeing the last point, which has no length, so all stand covered by 9 linear units. Still the last remains. So we have to appreciate how the discrete continuity, this one point placed, another place, the gap remains. How to work out these gaps, it is there where the modern mathematics has failed. The modern mathematics could not recognize it as 2, why everywhere continuous function is nowhere derivable? Why? The defect is in the definitions of continuity and derivability. We have to appreciate it here.
What is the value of
What is the value?
of pi?
Value of pi
pi,
is
pi.
what? Oh, you see what? You see, if you can approach the circumference in terms of a diameter, you can dispense with. Means you have two things simultaneously. A raised to power n is to 2 and b raised to power n minus 1. So when we are in a position to handle domain and a boundary together, pi is no more needed. Once we curvature of a circumference is being made parallel pointings along the diameter, so curvature is dispensed with. These all are pi, e, I, complex number, log. These all things have been worked out. They have seen why. That is why Vedic mathematics is of a much different values. Much different values.
So now I should start making
You
dictionary of Gita.
start with reading text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You shall try to be more acquainted with the script of Devanagari. You shall be proficient in having parallel placement values for the letters of Devanagari alphabet, and then further will follow. Okay, wish you best of luck.
Now I should remember this.
You should sit. You will summarize what has been said, and do you express yourself? Send me email.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.